Hello, friends. We are so excited to be back worshiping in person in our building this coming Sunday in our sanctuary. Just before we all gather together, we have a couple of things that we just want everyone to know so we all come with the same expectations. A couple of those things real quick are that we are going to be requiring masks, that we'll be maintaining a distance of 6 feet, and of course we will be handling things like communion, offering, and bulletins a little differently. When it comes to communion, we will actually be coming to you at your seat. We will be serving communion with only bread for the time being, and we will ask you to stay in your seat, and a pastor will actually come to you. This will limit the amount of cross traffic that we have. Bulletins will be available for you to pick up on your way into the sanctuary. That way we're not handling a bunch of the same things. In a like manner, offering will be available for you to drop off in a basket or a receptacle either on your way in or on your way out to the worship space as well. I know Andy has quite a bit more details coming up, so I invite you and encourage you to keep watching so that you know everything you need to know for this coming Sunday.
Hello, Cambridge Lutheran, and we are so excited about going back indoors for worship on Sunday. Want to give a few instructions for our traditional service. And by the way, the camera just told me use tripod for better results. So we'll just bear with that. The camera knows something I don't. But here is the main entrance, and most everyone going in on Sunday to the traditional service, which for a while is going to be at 8 a.m., uses this entrance. And if you don't want to use this entrance, I want to show you the other entrance that will also be open at this end, at the south end, and that is this entrance right here, the glass doors. So feel free to enter at this entrance right here, or to go up the historic, old, beautiful main stairwell. So we will go up that at the moment. And it's a beautiful day. It was just hailing here a little while ago. So we enter the sanctuary here. I've not actually stood on these steps, taken a video since I think it was Easter morning. So that gives you an idea how long it has been. And when we come in here in the entrance, there will be masks and there will be hand sanitizer. And we are requiring that for obvious reasons. They'll be on a table. Here are the masks that we have that are available, and standard masks. So if you forget yours or don't have one, we have them for you. And here is the hand sanitizer. So we want to use that. When we enter the sanctuary, there will also be bulletins available on a table. You don't have to take one. Those are optional. But we are creatures of habit, so I know some people will want one. So here's the sanctuary. Where do I go to sit? I know so many of us have favorite seats, and unfortunately, to follow all these guidelines and rules, we go when we enter into the sanctuary to the furthest seat that is available and open. So we walk down the aisle in the sanctuary and we go all the way to the front. I know for some of you that will be painful. My apologies. But what we do is we sit in the front. And you can see that every other row is marked off. So if I was going to the front seat, it would be right here in the front of the sanctuary. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. I hope you don't get too dizzy watching me move around here. But this is the front seat. And as you can see behind me, every other seat is open. And the way that we're working this is in the pews, we want one family unit. It can be, is up to 3, 4, 5 people sitting together at one end of the pew, and at the other end of the pew would be another family unit. So unfortunately, please don't sit together. I don't know, that's just to maintain social distancing. I don't know if that'll be difficult for some of you, because I know that Lutherans in general love to sit at the end of the pew in the back. So you still get to sit at the end of the pew, but first people here, we're inviting you to go all the way to the front. Why is that? Because we want to fill the sanctuary front to back. And then when worship is done, the way we're going to do it is we're going to exit back to front. In other words, first people in sit in the front, And they're the last people out because the back rows get dismissed first. So thank you for that. Remember that masks are required. We want to stay socially distanced during all of the worship service. And communion will be served, but at least for a while, the pastors will be bringing communion to people in their pews, and also we will only be serving bread, which is called communion in one kind, for communion at least for a while. So we won't be doing wine for a while. It will also be a reduced worship service in length. Everything will be there except, unfortunately, congregational singing will not be happening. It's part of the rules. We will have special music. Michelle Trunk will be here as organist, and on some Sundays we will have special music. So when worship is done, what do? Well, when the ushers come to your pew and dismiss, at that point we stand up and we exit the sanctuary. And so we are walking out at this time, and we're exiting, and here we go. And we're going out. Unfortunately, we can't do fellowship in the building, but once we're outside, as long as we have social distancing, there will be cups of coffee available. No cookies or donuts or all the rest of it at this point. But here on the lawn, for at least for a while it still stays warm, there will be coffee available just like we had at outdoor worship if you wish to connect with your friends. Now, one more entrance we need to review. All right, we're back. We're at the elevator doors where many of you drop off people. If you want to know where I'm standing, here it is right here. And so how does it work if you come in the elevator doors? Well, you can still obviously come in the elevator doors. So let's walk through that real quickly. These doors will be open. There will be a greeter here welcoming you to worship. And as you come in, there will be a table here. And there will be masks available. And there will also be Germex hand sanitizer. And that is what we have. And then if you're using the elevator, and it will be available for whoever wishes to use it at either service time, at 8, 9, or 10:30 as well. We enter the elevator and we ride the elevator. I've not used it in a while. My kids love to use it. I tell them they're not allowed to, but sometimes they sneak away and they do. If you haven't been in the elevator, this is what it looks like. So now we are entering the main level, and we are going into the worship space. Now what we're asking is that people that come in this set of doors, that they sit in one of the transepts. So we'll sit in the first transept, the east transept, and as you can see behind me, there is plenty of seating available. And so we ask people to sit on either end of the pew. We can sit at this end here. Sorry about that. Or, are you getting dizzy yet? Or we can sit at this end of the transept over here. And as you're going to see in a moment, the pews are marked off with blue tape. And so again, as always, it's every other pew. So we sit here at the end of worship. When worship is done, the ushers again will be dismissing us by pew, and the front pews go out first. So we ask that you also exit on the same door that you entered. And so we exit down this row. Again, we exit these doors, and this time we will go down the stairs, and we're leaving worship at this point, and we exit down these stairs. And after every service, all the pews and the railings and everything will be sanitized, and we go out, and if we wish to do so, we can go join people for coffee on the south lawn by the main entrance behind me. That is how it works.